It's a new year. Already, how did that happen? Well, Happy New Year and welcome to 2020. Are you one of those people that sets resolutions or perhaps set goals? What about your kids? Do they set resolutions or dreams or goals? How can we as parents help support our children in that? Welcome to Learning Life. It is so good to see you. Here we are in a new year. If you haven't met me before, hi, my name is Michaela, and it is so nice to meet you. Well, it is a new year, so what do we do when we come to a new year? Usually we set resolutions, right? But are resolutions the best things for us? I don't really think so. I think the goals are better than resolutions. There is a difference. A resolution is a determination, I am going to do something. But a goal provides us those specific steps that will help us to reach what it is that we desire to do. In working with students a lot, especially my high school students, I find that they really don't know about how to write a good goal for themselves, how to help set those steps. Because many times our kids, our students, they need to know the steps of what they can do to actually achieve something. I will have a student say something like this: I want to get better grades. And I go, great. How? And they look at me, that deer in the headlight look. They don't know how. And so this is where I really love to teach SMART goals. And maybe you've heard of that acronym. Is it specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound? Now, I'm going to go more about it on the blog, so check it out on learningthis.life and see how you can specifically write a SMART goal. But for my students, I say, well, you want a better grade. How about we make it SMART like this? By the end of March, I want to make a high B average in all subjects by doing all classwork and homework, assignments, and by studying for tests. This is something that I love to do with my students, to go, hey, look, it's specific. What do we want to accomplish? That high B average. Is it measurable? Yes. Am I getting a high B average in all subjects? Is it relevant? It is. It's for school. Is this achievable? Yes. Is it attainable? Yes. Is it measurable? Yes, we can see those things. And I say to my students, there's no point in saying I'm going to get high A's and everything if we're not an A student. I want my students to always feel realistic about what they can do. I don't want them to set a goal that seems so unachievable that it just sort of crushes their soul. Because that's what we don't want. My heart always, with education, with any of the kids that I work with, is to set them up for success and to set them up to really feel like that they can do the best that they can and that they can believe in themselves. I want us to think as parents, this is how we can help our children, by teaching them to set some good, realistic goals. Because when we have our goals and we have our dreams, we can make it. And this is great. I mean, do we as parents have goals? I know I do, and I'm not very good perhaps sometimes at setting those SMART goals, especially when it comes to housework, because I don't want that. But I realize when I have goals that are specific and measurable and relevant and all of that, I find that I'm not as stressed out, that I am not as overwhelmed. And if that helps me feel like that, imagine what that is for our kids. And it doesn't have to be our high schoolers. It can be our middle schoolers, our younger ones. If we as a family can get together and to help write some SMART goals, we can have a fantastic year. Now, dreams, because I feel like the goals and dreams go hand in hand. Now, dreams, those things that just set that pathway to the future. And they can be as fun things like we want to go to Disney, and that's easy to achieve, maybe. Or maybe it's a bigger thing like I want to go to law school. Dreams are important. We need to have dreams. Is it okay if we don't meet these dreams? Absolutely. It's just like it's okay if we don't meet our goals specifically by that time, we can adapt and we can change. Now, I have friends that every year at the beginning of the year, they make those beautiful dream boards with the pictures of all the things that they want to achieve. And I really think that's great because that is a visual in front of us. We've got this dream, and now we can set goals to meet those dreams. And if we have that, if we dare to dream, and we then can work out some goals hand in hand, we can have a successful year. And I know that this is what I desire for the kids that I'm working with. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed and stressed out. And yes, you've done maybe a semester of school, or if you're in Australia in the Southern Hemisphere, you're starting a new school year. Let's start this year out well. Let us set some good, realistic goals that you can achieve. And guess what? It's okay if you don't. Check out the blog post and have a look at how you can be yourself as the parents, or how to help your kids write these SMART goals so that we can all just have a wonderful 2020. I hope that this is something that you can do, and I would love to hear if you've got any goals that you're trying to achieve, because we should be encouraging each other, whether they're educational or parenting or family-based, whatever it is. Even if it's your goal to go to Disney, how are you going to achieve it? Let's encourage each other. And thank you so much for watching. I love being able to share this with you. And one of my goals this year is to really just keep bringing better content, new things, just getting better at what I'm doing. And one of the ways that I can do that is through Patreon. So if you are interested in perhaps supporting Learning This Life, you can check out the Champions tab on the website. But again, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you have a wonderful, successful 2020.